competition among members of the Mid-America Harness Drivers Club. J.L. Kirkland. Off the gate is the 7, Ask Me About It. And they're off. Showing speed from the outside, it's I've Been Framed and Bob Chapman. They are going out for the lead. They're joined by King Mitch and Bernie Bolin from second. Along the rail, Aberdares. Bob Young come away in third. You Can Call Me Jay and Jim Pollock Jr. settle back in fourth position, 2 in front of Pine Road and Ed Ryan. And then we come 2.5 lengths farther back to Ask Me About It and Doug Parker. In the distant trailer is J.L. Kirkland and Joe Schoaf as they move to head stretch the first time. And I've Been Framed and Bob Chapman lead the way, but are parked in 29 and 3. And driving through from the inside to lead it now, Bernie Bolin and King Mitch. It's King Mitch and Bernie Bolin. They're on top by 2 lengths. From I've Been Framed and Bob Chapman just in behind second. 10 lengths farther back to Pine Road and N. Ryan in third. Another 2 more Ask Me About It is fourth. Then 5 farther back to Aberdares, followed by J.L. Kirkland. And again, the distant trailer at the tail end is You Can Call Me Jay now as they trot over to halftime. Up top, it's King Mitch and Bernie Bolin calling the shots in 1 minute and 2. Off the turn, down the backstretch, King Mitch by a length and a half. I've Been Framed and Bob Chapman are back out again in second. 3 farther back, and Pine Road and Ed Ryan draw closer third. They're only 3.5 off the lead now. Another 5 farther back to Ask Me About It, and Doug Parker in fourth position. Then 15 lengths back to J.L. Kirkland and Joe Schoaf. They're passing Aberdares and Bob Young, and way back being pulled up at the paddock. That is You Can Call Me Jay at the 3/4 and 1:31 flat, moving around to head stretch. And it's Bob Chapman and I've Been Framed now leading the way. But here's Ed Ryan and Pine Road on the outside to take aim at the leader from second. Length and a half back to King Mitch and Bernie Bolin in third as they trot through the final 8th mile. I've Been Framed is all out to hold the lead. Pine Road and Ed Ryan are bearing down from the outside second. And Pine Road and Ed Ryan strike the front. They're opening up now. It's Pine Road and Ed Ryan to win it. From I've Been Framed and Bob Chapman second. King Mitch and Bernie Bolin with third. And back to the winner's circle is Scioto Downs' own president and general manager, Ed Ryan. The winner of tonight's Mid-America Harness Drivers Club competition, scoring with Pine Road. Got him home to a lifetime best 202 flat. This is a 6-year-old black gilded son of Sierra Cosmos out of Piney by Victor L. Owned by the Homestock Farm of Millersburg and trained by Richard Wagers. And that's the call to the post for tonight's first race. Exacta trifecta daily double wagering. Number 1 is Dashin' Home, owned by Paul Cruz. Mark Winters drives. The 2 is Toppya, owned by William Klein III with Dean Collins. 3 is Dr. Gus, Norman Kruger the owner, Jim Daly up. 4 is Positive Scooter, owned by Marvin Godown with Kayne Kauffman. 5, Magic SAHBRA by Johnson Hill Jr., Jeff Nisonger. 6, Johnny Begano by Billy Sanders with Jamie Dunlap. 7 is Breadbox by Clarence and Rhonda Gillum, Jack Daly. 8, TNT Hanover owned by Beverly Bushelman with Ryan Holton. 9 is out off the second tier. The 10, Cowboy Casino owned by Ken Drake and driven by Jay Veach. Post time is in 5 minutes. You now just have 5 minutes until post time. In the backstretch, one dashing home, well off the gate, and there they go. And they're away in pacing. Dr. Gus from between horses is out for the lead. From alongside is Magic SAHBRA, 3 deep Johnny Begone, and TOPPYA quickly drops away to be fourth, 3.5 off the lead. Next is Cowboy Casino in fifth, Positive Scooter sixth, Breadbox seventh, TNT Hanover was eighth, and the distant trailer after that slow beginning dashing home. Moving to head stretch for the first time, it's Dr. Gus leading the way for Jim Daly. Dr. Gus from Magic SAHBRA, and Johnny Begone drops into the 3-hole, opening quarter, 27-3. Coming past the grandstand for the first time, and it's Dr. Gus calling the shots early. Dr. Gus leads by a length and a half. Magic SAHBRA just in behind. Johnny Begone traveling along in third position. TOPPYA is fourth. Positive Scooter first over on the outside fifth, and now flushes out Johnny Begone. Then along the rail, it's Cowboy Casino to the inside of Breadbox, is racing third over. Fourth over is TNT Hanover, and about 6 lengths back to Dashin' Home. Over to halftime, 57-2 for Dr. Gus. Dr. Gus, first over, Johnny Begone has moved into second, followed along the rail by Magic SAHBRA, who's trying to keep the gap closed, but has gapped the length in third. Second over, Positive Scooter, 3 off the lead in fourth. 2 more, Breadbox fifth. TOPPYA is hemmed in, losing ground in sixth position. Then it's TNT Hanover. Cowboy Casino with a lot of work to do, and Dashin' Home has dropped well behind. They're at the 3/4. It's Dr. Gus leading them there in 1:25-4. Moving around to head stretch, Dr. Gus by 2. Johnny Begone couldn't stay with him. Magic SAHBRA trying to re-rally. Positive Scooter on the far outside. Breadbox looks to come on, but he still has 5 to make up on Dr. Gus, who turns for home with a 3-length lead. Positive Scooter moves into second, Magic SAHBRA third, followed by Breadbox and Johnny Begone, but Dr. Gus is well clear in the final yards. It's Dr. Gus winning it by 3 lengths. Positive Scooter was second, Magic SAHBRA third. Here comes Dr. Gus and Jim Daly back to the winner's circle, scoring here in a very fast 1:54-3. Dr. Gus, a 5-year-old Governor Gus stallion out of Samantha Short by B.G. Spunny, is owned by Norman Kruger of Medina and trained by Jim Kiesel. 3-4 exacta returns $23.60. The trifecta 3-4-5, 289 even. Here they are for the second. The 1 is Wild Cammy, owned by Charles Hardin. Kayne Kauffman is up. 2, Come On, Come On, Come On, is owned by Summers and Medors, Jamie Dunlap. 3 is Tross, owned by Elijah Bembre with Sandy Beatty. 4, Bank Shot, races for Jerry Alderman of Warren, Michigan, Joe Adamsky, the driver. 5 is Daredevil SAHBRA, owned by Shaner and Elsass, Ryan Holton. 6, Intimidator 2, owned by Laurie Kreitzer, Jimmy Wiseman. 7 is Sand on Fire, owned by Bill Sanders with Dick Stillings. The 8 is Southland, owned by Charter Oak Stable with Jim Laurent. And the 9 is KELLYTUCK Zach, owned by Thomas Osborne with Mark Winters. 6 minutes. And there they go. Second race field is sent on their way, and Jimmy Wiseman and Intimidator 2 from the outside dart right out to take the lead. Wild Cammy lays up close second, Bank Shot third. Late lever from the outside fourth is Southland. From between horses, Daredevil SAHBRA comes away 4 off the pace, racing in fifth position. Then we come down to Come On, Come On, Come On. Tross, ducking in second last, Sand on Fire. KELLYTUCK Zach is the back marker early as they roll to head stretch, and Jim Laurent and Southland drive on to take command in 28-3. It's Southland leading it by 2. Intimidator 2 is back to second. Then it's a span of 3 lengths, and we come to the long shot, Wild Cammy in third. 2 more to Bank Shot in fourth. Daredevil SAHBRA is gapped in fifth. Come On, Come On, Come On is sixth, and now follows Cover as they head towards the clubhouse turn. Trio of trailers, Tross, Sand on Fire, and KELLYTUCK Zach over to halftime. It's Southland up top. Southland at 16-1 is leading the way from Intimidator 2 in 58-2. First over and gaining ground is Bankshot and ADAMSKY. They're on the outside, third and up to challenge for the lead. Following that move, Daredevil SAHBRA comes into contention fourth, followed by Wild Cammy, who shuffled and locked fifth. Third over, Come On, Come On, Come On, comes into the action in sixth position. Then it's Sand on Fire, Tross, and KELLYTUCK remains last of the nine. Entering the far turn with Bankshot the nose in front of Southland, who fights right back, and they are pacing in sync, 126-4. Moving around to head stretch, it's Bankshot and Southland, nothing between them. Intimidator 2, the pocket trip, followed by Daredevil SAHBRA. Come On, Come On, Come On the far outside, and Wild Cammy is way down the rail. They're in the stretch. It's Southland all out. Bankshot looks to have the better of him, though. Intimidator 2 is shooting up the passing lane, and here he comes with Come On, Come On, Come On the outside. Intimidator 2 getting up to score. It was tight for second, Southland or Come On, Come On, Come On. Back to the winner's circle is Intimidator 2, a sophomore gelded son of Look Sharp out of Whisper Hill by Listening, owned by trainer Lori Kreitzer and driven to victory by Jimmy Wiseman in 156-1. That's the fourth victory in just 8 starts on the season for Intimidator 2, and the mile time was a lifetime best. 6'8 exact, a 160-40. The trifecta 6'8-2, $3,180. The daily double 3'6", 43.80. Here's your field on parade for race 3. Number 1 is Suburbanite, owned by David Cooper and Gene Hall. The driver is Mark Winters. 2 is out. Number 3 is Marianne George's Samarama and Elliott Deaton. 4, King Nile, races for trainer John Perrin, driver Jeff Nisonger. 5 is Calling the Shots, owned by Reed Racing with Dean Collins. Alongside of him, the 6, Bulldog Big Guy, owned by Bob Sidley with Jamie Dunlap. 7, Sulky's Magic, owned by Robert Palmer with Jimmy Wiseman. The 8, Dare Corey, just coming out of the paddock, is owned by Darby's Edge Stable and Viro Stables, Kyle Ader. 9 is Win With Style, owned by Mel Ravello with Kayne Kauffman. The 10 horse is Rain Man, owned by Mark and Matt Rowe with Jim Dailey. Post time is in 5 minutes now, just 5 minutes until post time. Lined up in the backstretch, there they go. And they're off. It's Sulky's Magic, who goes right out to grab the lead, and despite being under a hold, opens up by 3. Calling the Shots from between horses, Dare Corey 3 wide, Suburbanite along the rail is 4th, gap of 2, Samarama 5th, Bulldog Big Guy is on the outside looking for a seat in 6th position, and then we come down to Rain Man, followed by King Nile, and 2 back to Win With Style, as Calling the Shots overtakes Sulky's Magic for the lead at the opening quarter in 28-2. Passing the stands for the first time. It's Calling the Shots. A bit rough-gated, now goes off stride. Dare Corey was alongside of that one and also went off stride, but regained stride and is up to challenge Sulky's Magic for the lead. Bulldog Big Guy to the outside of Suburbanite. Next is Rain Man, as they got a bit scattered there. Then it's Samarama, King Nile, Win With Style. Distant trailer is Calling the Shots. Over to halftime, and Dare Corey is in gear now, and he and Kyle Ader sweep to the top, opening up 2.5 on Sulky's Magic in second, the half in 58-1. First over on the outside, Rain Man third. Suburbanite has clearance and now comes to the outside to follow cover in 4th. Samarama looks to tighten down 5th. He's 4 off the lead. Third over is Bulldog Big Guy. That one has been parked a mile in 6th position. And then it's King Nile. Win With Style is brought to the outside 4th over, and about 15 lengths back to the trailer. Calling the Shots. They're at the 3/4. Dare Corey leads it. A host of pursuers. Suburbanite is 3 wide. Sulky's Magic at the rail. Rain Man is trying to hang tough, but drops back between horses, 126-4. Moving around to head stretch. and it's Suburbanite to engage Dare You Corey for the lead. Two back, Sulky's Magic third, followed by Rain Man, Bulldog, Big Guy, Win with Style, and King Nile. Suburbanite powers into the lead and edges away from Dare You Corey. Sulky's Magic third, King Nile fourth. It's Suburbanite drawing away. Dare You Corey, Sulky's Magic, King Nile was fourth. In the winner's circle, one Suburbanite is a veteran son of Big Towner out of Bunny, Hanover by Albatross, owned by David Cooper and Gene Hall of Sabina, Ohio, and Wallingford, Kentucky. David Cooper is the winning trainer, and Mark Winters is the winning driver. 155 and 2. That's the season's best for Suburbanite. Pacers, number 1 is Easy Going Guy, owned by Boston and Mellick. Jeff Nisonger is up. The 2 is Viverick, races for trainer Richard Shively. Ryan Holton drives. 3, Barefoot in the Sand, owned by Alan Bolin with Jamie Dunlap. 4 is Great Millennium, owned by Miller and Roth, Mike Roth. 5, Tin Turn Spurs, owned by Joseph Mascaro with Bob Corey Jr. 6, Backdoor Slider, owned by Walls and Hastings, Ron Steck. 7, Kentucky Kid, owned by Beatty, Zanekas and Geiler, Sandy Beatty. The 8 is Badbury Creek, owned by Reed Racing and Mona Allman, Dean Collins. 9 is the White Creek Stables Whiz White, Mike Dieter's up. And off the second tier is the 10, Jerome Grogan's Old Pete and Jack Dailey, 6 minutes. They're in the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off. There goes Barefoot in the Sand out for the lead. He's joined from the outside by Badbury Creek, who's showing expected early speed. Kentucky Kid got away well and looks to tuck in third. Gap of 2, Great Millennium comes away in fourth. 2 in front of Easy Going Guy. Next in line is Old Pete, followed by Viverick. And then it's Tin Turn Spurs, 2 in front of Backdoor Slider. Whiz White is the early trailer as they move to head stretch. And popping out of the pocket, Barefoot in the Sand, looks to collar Badbury Creek early. Opening quarter, 27 and 2. And Barefoot in the Sand and Jamie Dunlap go on with it. They open up 2.5 lengths on Badbury Creek back to second. It's a gap of 2 to Kentucky Kid third. Great Millennium rides the cones in fourth as Easy Going Guy comes to the outside and flushes out Kentucky Kid, who's first over and ranging up. Now picking up cover third over is Old Pete, followed by Viverick. And then we come down to Tin Turn Spur alongside his Backdoor Slider, and Whiz White is last. It's Barefoot in the Sand making the pace to the half in 57 and 2. Barefoot in the Sand by a length and a quarter. Just in behind is Badbury Creek. Kentucky Kid first over. An Easy Going Guy looks to loop up 3 wide around him. Along the rail, Great Millennium is locked in. No racing room in fifth. Alongside is Old Pete in sixth. 2 farther back to the pair of Viverick at the rail. Backdoor Slider has 7 to make up. And then it's Tin Turn Spur and Whiz White. Going to 3/4. Barefoot in the Sand leads it. Kentucky Kid between horses. Badbury Creek nearest the rail. Easy Going Guy went up 3 wide there, but didn't have a whole lot of pace. He has still caught 3 wide and 3.5 off the lead. 125 and 3. Taking off now, Barefoot in the Sand. Barefoot in the Sand by 4 lengths. Badbury Creek, Easy Going Guy. Late rally on the far outside by Old Pete, and down along the rail is Great Millennium, but inside is 16th. It's Barefoot in the Sand. Barefoot in the Sand is well clear. Goes on to score by 4. Old Pete up second. Easy Going Guy was third. Exacta 310 returns $188.20. The try 310 won $974.80. In the winner's circle is Barefoot in the Sand. The second win of the season, 154 and 2 the mile. A 4-year-old bay gelding by Sandman Hanover Out of Barefoot and Pregnant by Barefoot Hanover, owned by Alan Bolin of Worthington. Mike Conklin is the winning trainer, and Jamie Dunlap is the winning driver. Number 1 is Jim Kelly, owned by Tim Woodall with Jimmy Wiseman. The 2 is Senor Jamie, owned by Ben Ackley with Dick Stillings. 3 is Full of Cam, owned by Robinson and Robinson. Kyle Later drives. There's the 4, Shut Up Beavis, racing for Terry Guion. The driver, Elliot Deaton. The 5, Somewhere. No Towel Needed is owned by Norma Gardner with Ron Steck. 6, Dumpy Beach, owned by Doug Neely, Jamie Dunlap. 7 is out. 8 is Let's Rock, owned by Veach and Wiley, Jay Veach. 9, CR Colorado Kid, owned by Willard and Haynier, Carmen Haynier, the driver. 10 is Call Me Nuke, owned by Ron Gorby with Jack Daly. Post time is in 6 minutes. They're all in line for race 5. And they're off. Full of Cam and Shut Up Beavis leaves a team, opening up 3 lengths. On Dumpy Beach, who comes away in 3rd. Jim Kelly is 4th. Then it's Call Me Nuke from the inside 5th. Gap of 2 to Senor Jamie. Looking to tuck in is No Towel Needed, Let's Rock, and CR Colorado Kid. But Full of Cam has opened up a 2.5 length lead on Shut Up Beavis, who has backed off into the pocket. And then we have Dumpy Beach and up close 3rd. Next in line, Jim Kelly is 4th. Call Me Nuke is 5th. Senor Jamie 6th. No Towel Needed is 7th. Let's Rock is 8th. CR Colorado Kid is 9th. And they were by the quarter in 27-3, with the field being led by 3-5 favorite Full of Cam and Kyle Later. They're on top by a length and a half. Shut Up Beavis is just in behind. Dumpy Beach was a very snug 3rd, and pulling out just in behind him was Jim Kelly. Call Me Nuke will follow the cover, as will Senor Jamie, who's 3rd over on the outside in 6th. Then it's CR Colorado Kid traveling along in 7th. 4th over 8th is No Towel Needed, and Let's Rock trails the field. 58-2 for the half, off the turn and down the backstretch, and it's Full of Cam on an easy lead. It's 2 lengths from Shut Up Beavis in 2nd. The first over grind for Jim Kelly. The long shot is 3 off the lead in 3rd. Along the rail, Dumpy Beach has no racing room in 4th. Call Me Nuke angles off cover in 5th position. Then it's 3 farther back to the trio of No Towel Needed, Senor Jamie, CR Colorado Kid nearest the rail, and Let's Rock trails 8 off the lead in 1:27 flat. Moving around to head stretch, and Full of Cam is starting to edge away from his field now. It's Full of Cam by 2.5 lengths. Shut Up Beavis still chasing in 2nd, followed by Dumpy Beach in 3rd. Call Me Nuke could not hit his best gear. He's still 6 off the lead as they drive through the stretch. It's Full of Cam. Full of Cam leads it by 4. Shut Up Beavis, Dumpy Beach, Call Me Nuke. Full of Cam is much the best of these, scoring by 3.5 lengths. Shut Up Beavis 2nd, Dumpy Beach 3rd. Full of Cam is back to the winner's circle. That's 5 victories this season for the 8-year-old son of Cam Fella out of Colleen Hanover by Albatross and by Donald Robinson and Mike Robinson of Ohio. Dan Ader, the winning trainer, and Kyle Ader is the winning driver. 154-4. They're on the track for race 6, exact and trifecta wagering. 1 is Apollo SAHBRA by Reed Racing, Parrish and Parrish, Dean Collins. 2 is Grandson Josh by Lee Cummins with Justin Hall. 3 is Pacific Eagle owned by Billy Sanders, Jamie Dunlap drives. The 4 is Mat's Fire, owned by Dino LaCastro with Elliott Deaton. 5, Heavenly Whiz, owned by the White Creek Stable with Mike Dieters. 6, Pay Overtime, owned by Walter Miller, Al Jones. Wow Wow is number 7, owned by Ira Christel with Ron Steck. The 8 is Oh Billy Blue, owned by Nancy Schoening with Jim Daly. The 9 is Can't Wait on You, owned by Ackley and Forstner, Richard Stillings. 7 minutes. Into the backstretch, and there they go. And going on a bad break, the 9, Can't Wait on You. The rest of them away well and pacing. A Pacific Eagle goes out for the lead. From the far outside is Oh Billy Blue, who's pacing up. Between horses, Wow Wow comes away in 3rd. Nearest the rail, Heavenly Whiz back down to be 4th. Gap of 2, Grandson Josh is 5th, followed by Apollo SAHBRA, Pay Overtime. Mat's Fire and Can't Wait on You is back pacing, about 14 lengths off the lead. Pace setter to the quarter is Oh Billy Blue in 26-1. Coming past the stands, Oh Billy Blue. Wow Wow driving up to challenge and take over. Pacific Eagle 3rd. Along the rail, Heavenly Whiz is 4th. Grandson Josh 5th. Apollo SAHBRA is 6th. And Wow Wow backing down the second split there. So Pay Overtime gets underway from the tail end. Following that one is Mat's Fire and Can't Wait on You is now 3rd over, looking to get back into it. Over to halftime, it's Wow Wow up top. Wow Wow, Oh Billy Blue in the pocket 2nd, followed by Pacific Eagle 3rd. Pay Overtime has made headway into 4th, and the half goes in 56-1. Off the turn down the backstretch, it's Wow Wow and Ronnie Steck leading the way, 2 lengths. Oh Billy Blue drafting along in the pocket 2nd. First over, Pay Overtime, 3 off the lead in 3rd. Pacific Eagle along the cones is 4th. Mat's Fire and Deaton sends that one up 3 wide off cover. He's charging up from the far outside. Then it's 2 lengths farther back to Can't Wait on You. Heavenly Whiz, Grandson Josh, Apollo SAHBRA 1, 24-4. Moving around to head stretch. And from the outside, Mat's Fire puts a neck in front of Wow Wow. Just in behind, Oh Billy Blue comes to the outside, followed by Pacific Eagle. They're in the stretch. It's Mat's Fire. Here comes Oh Billy Blue on the outside. Along the rail, Wow Wow is 3rd. Pacific Eagle is 4th. Wow Wow, Oh Billy Blue on the outside. Oh Billy Blue just got there. Then it was Mat's Fire and Wow Wow tight in there for 2nd, 154-1. 8-4 exacta returns 41.40. Try 8-4-7, 163.60. 3 of 3 in the pick 3 returns $110.40. Oh Billy Blue is back in the winner's circle. 3rd straight score, mile in 154-1. A lifetime best for this sophomore son of Caviar Walton out of Blue Creek Jenny by Standing O. Owned by Nancy Schoening, trained by Tom Hope, and driven by Jim Daly. Here they are for the 7th race. 1 is Come On Morgan, owned by Summers and Church's Jamie Dunlap. 2 is Traditional Frank, owned by Douglas and Dustin Pfeiffer. Jeff Nisonger is up. 3, Double Down, owned by Mark Deaton with Elliott Deaton. 4 is Magic Dart, owned by Roger Morlock with Jim Daly. 5, My Pal Mark, owned by Dolores Wilson. Kyle Ader is in the sulky. 6 is Crown Time Big Ben, owned by Esther Crownover with Earl Owens. And the 7 is Billy's 6-shooter, owned by Billy and Opal Sizemore with Jeff Smith. That's your field for race 7. It's 6 minutes away. There they go. And they're off. Double Down grabs the lead. Crown Time Big Ben looks to settle just in behind, followed by Magic Dart in 3rd. It's a gap of 2. Traditional Frank comes away in 4th position. And then we have Come On Morgan to the inside of Billy's 6-shooter. And My Pal Mark under a stranglehold is back trailing the field with Double Down making the pace. Double Down from Crown Time Big Ben in the pocket. Magic Dart third. Traditional Frank is angled over to the cones in fourth. And the opening quarter goes in a modest 28-1. Coming past the stands for the first time, it's Elliott Deaton and Double Down leading the way. Double Down by 2. Crown Time Big Ben sits just in behind. Magic Dart is third. Traditional Frank, Come On Morgan, is rushing up on the outside. Billy's 6-shooter follows the cover, and trailing the field, My Pal Mark is brought to the outside. Over to halftime, it's Double Down leading it. Crown Time Big Ben pulls the pocket. 58 seconds flat. Along the rail, Magic Dart draws a closer third. Second over, Come On Morgan is 3 off the pace in fourth. Traditional Frank is fifth. Gapping cover sixth, Billy's 6-shooter, and My Pal Mark is being chased along in the trailing spot. He's about 6 off the lead. 5/16 of a mile remaining as they head for the far turn. Double Down is led from the get-go. Crown Time Big Ben is breathing down his neck. Come On Morgan into the action third, followed by Magic Dart in fourth. On the outside, Traditional Frank. Then it's My Pal Mark and Billy's 6-shooter in 1:25 flat. Moving around to head stretch. Double Down, Crown Time Big Ben, 3 wide, Come On Morgan, extreme outside, Traditional Frank, down the rail is Magic Dart, driving through the stretch, Double Down still leads it, Come On Morgan storming down the center, Crown Time Big Ben is out of it, Come On Morgan rolls to the front and opens up. Tight for second, either My Pal Mark or Traditional Frank in 1:54. So the win tonight for Jamie Dunlap. He scores with Come On Morgan, 1:54. Sophomore Nobleland Sam Colt out of Indiana Falcon by Falcon Almahurst. Races for Jerry Summers and Brady Churches of Ohio. Winning trainer is Mike Medors. Come On Morgan remains undefeated this season with this score again in 1:54. Here they are for the 8th race. The one is Cheers to the Future, owned by Bixler and Brumbaugh. Dick Stillings drives. 2, Hercules SAHBRA, owned by Jerome Grogan with Jack Daly. Number 3 is Metropolis, owned by Ralph Conley Jr. The driver is Elliott Deaton. 4, Victor Bloom, races for Bob Colley and Curtis Prize. Ron Steck. 5 is out. 6 is Civil Sam, owned by Kathy Ratcliffe and Jerry Zossel, Jeff Nisonger. 7 is Zach Bloom, owned by Scott Glandon with Kyle Ader. The 8 is Mahogany Bay, owned by Claude Gendro stable Terry Morgan. 9, Thursday, owned by Keith and Donna Ross with David Myers. And number 10 is Captain Hubie, owned by Donald Knight and Kay Hubner, Kane Kauffman. 6 minutes. The starter now calls in the field for the 8th race. It's post time. This field is now moving through the backstretch and approaching the start. And they're off. A very scattered beginning. Hercules SAHBRA takes the lead. Metropolis is up alongside and looks to back off. Going off stride, the 1 Cheers to the Future. Captain Hubie inherits 3rd position, followed by Victor Bloom on the outside in 4th. Then it's Civil Sam, Zach Bloom, Mahogany Bay, Thursday, and still off stride being taken to the tail end is Cheers to the Future. Leading the way, it's Hercules SAHBRA. Metropolis up to engage early as they pass the quarter in 27-4. Leading the way, it's Hercules SAHBRA by 2. Metropolis a handful in the pocket second, gap of 2. Captain Hubie is racing in 3rd as Victor Bloom and Ron Steck pull first up in 4th. Following cover now, Civil Sam is 5th and 5 off the lead. Next we have Zach Bloom followed by Mahogany Bay. 2.5 back to Thursday, and the distant trailer is Cheers to the Future. Around the turn on the way to the half-mile pole. Up top, it's Hercules SAHBRA. Hercules SAHBRA Metropolis back out of the pocket in 57-4. It's a rail ride for Captain Hubie, just in behind, racing in 3rd. Now following cover, Victor Bloom is 2 off the lead in 4th. Third over fifth is Sybil Sam. Zach Bloom shoots the gap but has nowhere to go. 2.5 more to Mahogany Bay. Gap of 5 to Thursday, who's having trouble keeping up. And about an 1/8 mile back to Cheers to the Future. Top 7 are covered by about 4 lengths as they enter the far turn. Hercules SAHBRA trying to take them all the way. Coming into second is Victor Bloom. Captain UB is third. Followed next by Sybil Sam, Zach Bloom, Mahogany Bay. Metropolis drops out of it in 1:26. Bound for the head of the stretch. It's Hercules SAHBRA coming under urging. Captain UB looking for a way out. Outside is Victor Bloom. Extreme outside, late pace from Sybil Sam. They're in the stretch. Hercules SAHBRA desperate. Victor Bloom is bearing down. Late pace, Zach Bloom followed by Sybil Sam. Victor Bloom outside Zach Bloom. It's Victor Bloom to win it. Zach Bloom up second. It was tight for third. Maybe Sybil Sam over Captain UB. Victor Bloom back to the winner's circle. Second victory of the season, scoring here in 1:55.2. A 5-year-old bay gelding by Falcon Elmhurst out of May Bloom by Sugar Tree, owned by Bob Colley and Curtis Prize of Ohio. Bob Colley is the winning conditioner, and Ron Steck with the winning catch drive of Victor Bloom. 4-7 exacta, returns 1:20.40. The try 4.76, 866 even. Timely Scooter over the SmackDown stable with Jack Dailey. 2 is CL's Lad. Debbie Avery owns. Jeff Nisonger, the pilot. 3, the Terrific Towel, owned by John Perrin. Jimmy Wiseman. 4, Gully Whopper, owned by Dan Ryan. Dick Stillings up. 5 is Star Prospect, owned by Dan Ader with Kyle Ader. The 6 is Mighty Sam, owned by Phil Baldoff and Kathy Hawk, Al Jones. Alongside the 7, Noble 2, races for Billy Sanders. Jamie Dunlap gets the drive. 8 is Jocko Chip, owned by John Cabot with Jim Daly. The 9 is Cash Ever After, owned by BAM Racing Stables and Randy Owens, Kayne Kauffman. The 10 is Alar, owned by Darby's Edge Stable and Dreama Morgan, Elliott Deaton. Post time in 6 minutes. Claiming Pacers lined up, set to go. And they're off. Star Prospect from between horses emerges with the early lead. Forwardly placed from the rail, Timely Scooter. Driving up from the far outside, Jocko Chip, and Noble 2 is up close along the inside, now in 4th position. Cash Ever After 5th to the outside of Gully Whopper in 6th. CL's Lad is 7th, 2.5 clear of Mighty Sam. And then we come to Alar, and the back marker is the Terrific Towel as they race to the opening quarter. 26-1. Coming past the stands for the first time, and it's Star Prospect setting a torrid pace here. He's on top by 2, tracked by the long shot Timely Scooter in 2nd. Jocko Chip got a nice seat there in 3rd. 2 back Noble 2 settled into 4th. Next in line Gully Whopper is 5th. Alar is first over in 6th position and might be flushing out Noble 2 as they race around the turn on their way to halftime. Star Prospect up top. Star Prospect, Timely Scooter. Next in line is Jocko Chip in 55-3. First over Noble 2 with the tough uncovered grind from 4th. Gully Whopper locked in 5th. Second over Alar is in 6th position, closing in with 5 to make up. Then it's Cash Ever After. Third over CL's Lad is flowing with cover. Then 4 lengths back to the struggling pair of trailers, Mighty Sam and the Terrific Towel. They're bound for 3/4, and Star Prospect is trying to take them all the way. Noble 2 to the outside of Timely Scooter, 2nd and 3rd, and rallying from 3 deep, Alar is 4th in 1, 24-3. Moving around to head stretch, Star Prospect shakes off Noble 2. Timely Scooter just in behind. 3 wide is Alar, but he's still got 4 to make up on Star Prospect, who leads under the whip as they turn for home. Timely Scooter takes aim in 2nd. Gap of 3. Alar is not going to get there, followed by Noble 2. It's Timely Scooter wearing down Star Prospect and getting up for the win. Finishing 3rd was Alar, 153-3. Race 9 official. 1-5 exacta comes back 149.80. The try 1-5-10, 5-21 even. Timely Scooter returns to the winner's circle for the second time this season, scoring in 1:53.3. That's a lifetime best for the 5-year-old Bay Stallion by Matt Scooter out of Reveille Time by Race Time, owned by the SmackDown stable, conditioned by Brett Landis, and driven to victory by Jack DAILEY. Presenting the field for tonight's 10th race, $12,500 invitational handicap. Number 1 is David Roop's Keoki Cam and Joe Adamsky. The 2 is the Master, owned by Bartley and Bartley, Ron Steck. 3 is Major Louis Jack, owned by Tabor and Engel, Elliott Deaton. 4 is Category 5, owned by Scott Glandon. The driver is Kyle Ader. 5, Sharky Spur, races for Roy Davis, Dick Stillings. And the 6 is Silver Line Pocket, owned by Joseph Mascara with Bob Corey Jr., 7 minutes. Field of 6 pacers lined up for the invitational handicap, and there they go. And they're off. All the way to a good beginning. Silver Line Pocket is pointed for the lead. Keoki Cam is up close from the inside. Sharky Spur is looking for a good spot in third. Then it's the Master to the inside of Category 5, and Major Louis Jack is last, rolling to head stretch for the first time. And Bob Corey Jr. has Silver Line Pocket on the engine, leads at 2.5. Being tracked by long shot Keoki Cam in the pocket second. Sharky Spur comes out early from third, followed by the Master, Major Louis Jack in Category 5, 27-2 for the opening quarter. Passing the stands and looking to brush to the front here is Sharky Spur and Dick Stillings. Sharky Spur clears off under the wire with 5/8 to go. Silver Line Pocket gives up the lead in second. Gap of 3, Keoki Cam back to third. The Master is fourth, 3 in front of Major Louis Jack, and Category 5 is last, 12 off the pace setter, who is now Sharky Spur. Sharky Spur from Silver Line Pocket in 55-1. 3 farther back to Keoki Cam, who looks to draw closer third. The Master is fourth. Then it's 3 more to the trailing exacta, Major Louis Jack, and Category 5. Midway through the backstretch, 3/8 of a mile left to race, and it's Sharky Spur on a comfortable 2-length lead. Silver Line Pocket is right in behind second. 2.5 back to Keoki Cam in third. The Master to the outside fourth, but he's got a long way to come, and he's not doing enough. 1:23-1. Bound for the head of the stretch. Sharky Spur is leaving Silver Line Pocket behind now. It's Sharky Spur by 4 lengths. Silver Line Pocket, Keoki Cam, late rally Major Louis Jack, and they're in the stretch. And it's Sharky Spur leading it by 5. Silver Line Pocket is getting no closer. Late pace Major Louis Jack on the outside, but they're not going to get to Sharky Spur. Good late close from Major Louis Jack. Silver Line Pocket third in 1:51-4, fastest mile of the season. 1-4. 11 wins this season, a seasonal mark for the 5-year-old Bay Stallion by Cam's Card Shark out of Bunch, Hanover by Big Towner. Is owned by Roy Davis of Meadowlands, Pennsylvania, trained by Charles Stillings. Dick Stillings is the winning driver of Sharky Spur. And with this victory, Sharky Spur surpasses the $400,000 mark in lifetime earnings. Eleventh race, 1 is Groomsman, owned by Frenchie Fuller, the driver Tony Fuller. 2 is Hunter, under lease to Jim Pollock Jr. with Ryan Holton. 3 is Majestic Lance, owned by Douglas Riston, Justin Hall at the reins. 4 is Arthur Hanover, owned by Humphrey and Lowry, Jim Daly. The 5 is Lock and Load, owned by Tasmanian Stables with Ron Steck. 6, Belm Atlantic, owned by Medors and Lineberger, Jamie Dunlap. 7 is Gust of Dare, owned by Kauffman and Settlemore, Kayne Kauffman. The 8 is Sandtog, owned by Kirby Sutton with Kyle Ader. And the 9 is Cole Tomar, owned by Long and Long, Jeff Smith. Post time is in 5 minutes. There they go. And they're off. The 9, Cole Tomar, spotted the field about 6 lengths at the start. It's Sandtog heading out for command. Belm Atlantic is prominent from between horses, followed by Groomsman nearest the rail. Backing off Majestic Glance, 3 wide, driving on Arthur Hanover. Next we come down to Hunter, followed by Lock and Load. Then it's 2 more to Gust of Dare, and Cole Tomar is last. Rolling to head stretch on the inside, Sandtog. Here comes Arthur Hanover flying up first over. Belm Atlantic's in the pocket, 27-3. Coming past the stands for the first time. On the inside, Sandtog has an early challenge from Arthur Hanover, who has now gone off stride, but regained stride and is still there on the outside. Still looks to take over the lead under the wire with 5/8 to go. Belm Atlantic is racing third. Majestic Glance underway the outside fourth. Groomsman along the rail fifth. Cover Trip on the outside for Hunter in 6th position. Followed next by Gust of Dare. 4th over in the cover flow is Lock and Load. And back trailing the field now as they head for the backstretch is Cole Tomar. 57-1 for halftime. Off the turn and down the back lane. It's Sandtog maintaining the lead. Arthur Hanover begins to relent first over. Belm Atlantic a well-spotted third. Second over, Majestic Glance is completely locked in between horses and is going to get backed up now by Arthur Hanover. 3 wide is Hunter. Groomsman buried down at the rail, followed by Gust of Dare, Lock and Load 3 wide. Nothing from Cole Tomar, 126-3. Moving around to the head of the stretch. It's Sandtog on the inside. Here's Belm Atlantic pulling the pocket on him, and these two look to square off as they round the turn into the lane. Gap of 3 farther back to Groomsman. Gust of Dare shakes loose. Hunter did not have enough, and they're in the stretch. And Belm Atlantic takes over the lead. Sandtog is trying to fight back. Late pace Groomsman down the inside. Gust of Dare the outside. But Belm Atlantic is drawing away. Gust of Dare up second. Groomsman held third over Cole Tomar. Six-seven exacta returns $53.40. The tries 671, 572.80. Back in the winner's circle is Belm Atlantic, third straight victory for the 4-year-old bay gelding by Matt Scooter out of Park Avenue Bell by Albatross, owned by Medors and Lineberger. It's a double tonight for trainer Mike Medors and a triple tonight for driver Jamie Dunlap. 156, another lifetime best for Belm Atlantic. For tonight's 12th race with exacted trifecta wagering, spotlight in the field. 1 is Danny B, owned and driven by Mike Dieters. The 2 is Comeback Cat, owned by Jane Cummins with Jamie Dunlap. 3 is North Wind, owned by Jerome Grogan, the driver Jack Daly. 4 is Radio, John Lee, the owner, Elliot Deaton in the bike. 5 is Special K, owned by Robert McCoy with Kyle Ader. 6, I'm Steven, owned by Charles Brannigan, Mark Winters up. 7 is Superior Avenue, owned by Alan Keith with Mike Roth. 8, Moe's Muffler Shop, owned by Reed Racing and Mona Allman, Dean Collins. And the 9 is Light Source, owned by Weco Investments, David Myers. That's your field. Post time at 6 minutes. In the backstretch, and there they go. They're off and pacing. I'm Steven, Superior Avenue, Light Source, Moe's Muffler Shop, North Wind. Backing off Special K, Danny B, Comeback Cat, and Radio is last. Still a mad scramble from 3 deep. Superior Avenue is in between horses, Light Source way out wide, and I'm Steven settles back in third position now. 2 farther back to Moe's Muffler Shop, followed by North Wind, and then it's Special K and Danny B opening up in 27-1. passing the stands for the first time, and Light Source was parked 3 abreast much of the first quarter, now clears off for David Myers, but Superior Avenue pops right back out and looks to reassume command under the wire with 5/8 to go. I'm Steven is third. Mo's Muffler Shop is fourth. Gap of 2.5. North Wind is fifth. To the inside of Special K, who starts to pick up the chase in sixth position. And then it's 2 more to Danny B, who looks to get underway. That one is third last to come back Cat and Radio. Half in 56 and 1. Off the turn and racing down the backstretch. It's Superior Avenue on the lead. Now being pressed by I'm Steven from the outside second. Light Source is starting to drop away at the rail. Second over Mo's Muffler Shop is into contention, 2 off the lead. Third over on the outside, Special K is racing in fifth. North Wind found a way out in sixth. 3 wide is Danny B, and that forces Comeback Cat out 4 wide. The trailer remains Radio in 1:25 and 1. Moving around to head stretch. And I'm Steven is breathing down the neck of Superior Avenue and takes over the lead. Mo's Muffler Shop into third. Special K 3 wide fourth. North Wind is dropping back at the rail in fifth as they make their way into the stretch. I'm Steven under an all-out drive. Mo's Muffler Shop is splitting horses. Here he comes. Followed next by Superior Avenue, North Wind, Special K, and Radio. Coming to the line, Mo's Muffler Shop gets up. Then it was I'm Steven second, tight for third. Special K or Danny B. Mo's Muffler Shop gets up for the win. Second straight for the 4-year-old bay gelded son of Cole Muffler out of Bar Harbor by Egyptian Dancer, owned by Reed Racing and Mona Almond. Training and driving honors go to Dean Collins, 154 and 4 for Mo's Muffler Shop. Thirteenth one is Vincent and Ben, owned by John Lee. Elliott Deaton drives. 2 Travelin' Bill is owned by Gail Potter with Kayne Kauffman. 3 is Aladdin, owned by Brad Davino and Melody Young. Terry Morgan. 4 is out. 5 is Letter of Mark, owned by SmackDown Stable Jack Daly. 6 Bye Bye Sydney, owned by Kim Dingledine with Jim Daly. 7 is Childhood's End, owned by Paul Simpson, the driver Kyle Ader. 8 is Ump Bob, owned by Kevin Heacock with Joe Adamsky. 9 is Maximum Revenge, owned by George Sharp with Jeff Nisonger up. And the 10 is Mighty Boggy, owned by Tim Woodall with Jimmy Wiseman. Post time is in 6 minutes. Field of 9 lined up for the nightcap. There they go. And they're off. Travelin' Bill from the inside. Letter of Mark splitting horses. From 3 wide, it's Childhood's End. Then a gap of 2.5 lengths back. Vincent and Ben comes away in 4th position. Ump Bob from alongside is 5th. Another length back to Aladdin at the rail in 6th. And then it's Bye Bye Sydney, Mighty Bogey. And Maximum Revenge is the early trailer, about 15 off the pace setter. And that is Letter of Mark as they move to head stretch. Childhood's End to his flank. Just in behind, racing in 3rd position is Travelin' Bill in 27 seconds flat. Pacing in front of the stands for the first time. And Childhood's End, use hard early to clear the top from Letter of Mark in 2nd. 2 back, Travelin' Bill is 3rd. Vincent and Ben races in 4th. Then a gap of 3 more to Ump Bob, who's a clear-cut 5th. Next in line is Aladdin to the inside of Maximum Revenge, who starts to pick it up. Bye Bye Sydney and Mighty Bogey is the back marker as heads turn for halftime. It's Childhood's End on the lead. Childhood's End in 55 and 3. Very strong pace for these as they round the turn into the backstretch. Childhood's End. Letter of Mark pulls the pocket on him in 2nd. Gap of 3 farther back, Travelin' Bill. is racing along the inside in third. Vincent and Ben is fourth by 2. And then we have Maximum Revenge, who passes Bob. Next is Mighty Bogey. And then we come down to Aladdin and Bye Bye Sydney. They're approaching the 3/4, and the leader is now Letter of Mark. Letter of Mark by 2. Traveling Bill gaining ground into second as Childhood's End is retreating third. 1:25 and 1. Moving around to the head of the stretch, it's Letter of Mark, but Letter of Mark has Traveling Bill to contend with on the outside. 2 farther back to Childhood's End, Vincent and Ben, Maximum Revenge, Bye Bye Sydney with a late rally on the far outside. They're in the stretch. Letter of Mark under a drive leads it by 2. Traveling Bill, Maximum Revenge. Here comes Bye Bye Sydney on the outside. Bye Bye Sydney to win it all. Then it was tied for second between Maximum Revenge and Letter of Mark. Vincent and Ben was fourth. Third win of the season for Bye Bye Sydney, 1:56 and 1. 9-year-old bay gelding by Sydney Hill out of Rachel by Overkill, owned by Kim Dingledine, trained and driven by Jim Daly. 6'9" exact to 102.20. Super 6'9", 1,754.80, and 3 of 3 in the pick 3, a $1 ticket. We get you back $849.40.